እንዴት ናችሁ ፍቅራዊ ተከታታዮች ሰላም ናችሁ? ራስን አስተዋውቁ።
አልሐምዱሊላህ ሰላም ነን።
አቶ ሙላቱ ይባላል። እንደዚህ ደግሞ ዛሬ የምጠይቃችሁ አንድ ጥያቄ አለ። ስለ ኢራንና አሜሪካን በተመለከተ የሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ይጀመር ይሆን የሚል ስጋት አለ። ይጀመራል?
በእውነቱ እኔ የሁለተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ላይ ስላልኖርኩኝ ሶስተኛው እንዴት እንደሚጀመር አላውቀውም።
የዓለም ፍጻሜ መቼ የሚሆን ይመስላል?
ሰሞኑን ይመስለኛል።
አቶ ሙላቱ የሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ምን ይመስሉታል? እንዴ ጉዳዩ
አይጀምርም። ሁሉም ያውቁታል። ሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ማለት የዓለም ፍጻሜ ስለሚሆን ይሄንን ደፍሮ የሚገባበት የለም፣ አይኖርም።
እና በዚህ ሁኔታ የዓለም ፍጻሜ መቼ ይሆናል ብለን
ያው ሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ሲከፈት የዓለም ፍጻሜ ይሆናል። ምክንያቱም የአሁኑ ጦርነት ሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ማለት የዓለም ፍጻሜ ነው።
ስለዚህ አይጀመርም።
የሚተርፍ የለም። አሸናፊም ተሸናፊም አይኖርም።
ስለዚህ
አይጀመርም።
እንግዲህ ፕሮግራም ተከታታዮች ስለ ዓለም ፍጻሜ አንዳንድ ነገር እለቅላችኋለሁ፣ ቪዲዮዎች ይኖራሉ። እናንተ የዓለም ፍጻሜ መቼ የሚጀመር ይመስላችኋል? እንግዲህ እኔ የሚመስለኝ ያው የሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ሲጀመር ነው። የሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት ሲጀመር የዓለም ፍጻሜ እንደሚሆን እናስባለን። ስለዚህ የዓለም ፍጻሜ እንዳይመጣ እንጸልይ ወይስ ይምጣ?
ዱዓ እናድርግ።
ጸሎት እናድርግ። በቃ
ጸሎት ምን ጊዜ ማይቀር
እውነት ነው። እሺ አመሰግናለሁ።
እኔ እንዳይመስለኝ ግን ማለት ነው የሶስተኛው ዓለም የዓለም ፍጻሜ የሚሆነው ዓለም በሶስተኛው ዓለም ጦርነት አለ። እሺ ፈጣሪ ከፈቀደ ያደርገዋል። ካልፈቀደ
ያለ ጦርነቱ ፍጻሜ መሆን ይችላል።
አይቀርም፣ ግን ፈጣሪ በፈቀደው ቀን ይሆናል።
አሪፍ ሀሳብ ነው። ይህ በጣም የሚያስማማ ሀሳብ ይመስለኛል። ያለ ጦርነትም ያለ ፍጻሜ ሊመጣ ይችላል።
ድልድይ ነው ዓለም ወደ
ጦርነትም ሳይኖር ያለ ፍጻሜ ሊመጣ ይችላል። እንደ እሱ እንደ ፈጣሪ ፈቃድ
የተጻፈ ነገር ስለሆነ
ያለ ጦርነትም ሊሆን ይችላል። እናንተስ ምን ትላላችሁ? ሀሳብ አስተያየታችሁን ስጡኝ። YDL ብሎግ ሰብስክራይብ፣ ላይክ፣ ሼር አድርጉልኝ። ቴንክ ዩ።
Three days ago, pro-Iranian militias tried to storm the American embassy in Baghdad, and they wrote graffiti on the walls that Qasem Soleimani is our leader. They chanted pro-Iranian slogans, and they were posing as Iraqi protesters. And the Americans responded this morning with an attack against this convoy out of Baghdad airport, killing him and an Iraqi Hashd leader, PMF, Popular Mobilization Force leader, and also a Hezbollah leader from Lebanon. The three of them were in a two-car convoy, and they were hit with apparently, we don't know exactly how this strike took place, but they were hit with missiles. And the three of them are dead now.
What can you tell us about the background of General Soleimani?
General Soleimani is the leader of the IRCG, the Quds force, a force that's been responsible for exporting the revolution, the Iranian revolution, to other areas around the Middle East, and he's been a staunch enemy of the United States and of the West. And he's responsible for many attacks that took place in the past, especially in Iraq. Since the start of the protests, he is the one, according to all news reports and leaks and information from the Iraqi government, he is the one who has been masterminding the crushing of the protests of the Iraqi people who are calling for good governance and better services and better government. Many Iraqis see him responsible for the killing of around 600 people and the injuring of nearly 20,000 people.
Now, President Trump has been unusually reticent, and so far there's just been an image of the American flag after the news broke. What has the reaction been from Iran, Hiwa?
Iran, the supreme leader of Iran has said that he will respond to America. He will take the revenge of Qasem Soleimani in a very strong way. We still don't know what he means by that. And Iraqis generally are quite worried. On one hand, they are happy for the demise of Qasem Soleimani. And on the other hand, they are quite worried that their country becomes the arena for a conflict between the USA and Iran.
Syria says one of its military air bases has been attacked.
Russia has once again warned the United States not to take military
North Korea's
action.
nuclear and missile capability has posed the toughest foreign policy dilemma.
Third World War is unlikely.
No, I don't believe there'll be a Third World War. Probability of this is very high.
We are not going to have a Third World War.
We are currently witnessing a cold Third World War.
I hope not.
The Syrian conflict is already a global conflict.
The North Korean leader is so close to getting a nuclear capability. This is perhaps the first period of the biggest powers simultaneously rubbing right up against each other.
Western leaders believe they're more strong than Russia. Russia is an adversary.
So many conflicts that have so many international actors involved. This is a new kind of war by proxy.
The great powers are all being led by real nationalists, and of course that does make it difficult for any given country to back down in a crisis.
You have multiple players, some of them could upset the apple cart unintentionally.
Them misunderstanding us, taking democracy an essentially weak and inefficient form of government.
From both sides, we have propaganda.
The breakdown of those barriers in terms of acceptability of mass destruction.
If Americans kill Russian soldiers.
Cutting off of communications, either through the cutting off of cables or through the cyber attack of satellite systems.
If the American government starts pulling out US personnel from the Korean Peninsula, that would be extremely dangerous signal.
The international community has largely ignored the Syrian conflict. If we continue to sit and watch, this conflict is going to grow and come and hit us without us even realizing. Though the Middle East is an area of conflict, there are many civil society actors working on the ground. It is these people who will be the pillars of peace when the time is right.
We have the United Nations, we have arms control agreements, the kind we didn't have at an earlier age. All of these institutions are sort of a restraining web.
I think there are more likely to be proxy wars, and the burden will be borne principally by others than by the great powers themselves.
It's more likely to happen if we imagine it's impossible.